G'day everyone, Jaiden Brown here from Hutcheon and Pearce, Precision Ag Specialist, and today we're going to be doing something that seems a bit out of reach for most people, a bit sort of, oh, it's just too hard, Jaiden. We're going to be diving into turn automation on your Gen 4 G5 compatible machine. Alrighty, so number one, we need the activations. Whether it be demo activations for a few days to give it a whirl, or you've already got it built into the machine. Once those boxes are ticked, we're good to go. Next thing we need is a boundary. Now, 100% best way to go is an RTK, SFRTK driven boundary. Next best is some really neat and tidy previous coverage boundary. Won't be as near as good as a driven boundary, but it'll suffice reasonably well for turn automation. So once we've got those two things ticked off, we are going to add auto turn to our shortcut menu. That's where we can dial it in, get it all going and turning beautifully. So we will jump into our turn automation icon. First thing you'll notice here, for those of you who mucked around with it previously, we now have the option to do turn off speed control and equipment control. So now we can just click those off and we can just dial in our turns first. So we can get our turns where we want them and then go, righto, I want my bar lift up and down, or whatever you got in the back. In this case, we're sailing, lift the bar up and down, in and out of the headlands. Number two, like righto, I'll actually back her off a bit when I go into the headlands, turn speed control on, it'll drop the speed back, we'll speed it up, slow down as required. So we can flick her on, it'll tell us that equipment control and speed control is disabled, which we are aware of that. And then the only two parameters that we have to be concerned about is our start turn and our turn size. So out the gate, it'll put us as a default to 0 and 5. So start at 5. And then you have a rough idea of how far you want to go into your headland before you make your turn. So roughly about 6 metres for what this bar is doing before we want it to the tractor to initiate the turn. Might take a couple of turns to get it dialed in. And then our turn size, we can have a look and go, yep, put it wherever you'd like it. Also, important thing to note in setting up your auto turn is to jump up to the arrow with the dot, press on that fella, and making sure our maximum turn angle, that will default to 90 degrees. So if you're not careful, you can jackknife whatever's on the back out the gate. So chuck it down to a known degree angle that you're comfortable with. Otherwise, anything off 90 will suffice. So for this bar, we have only an 18 metre bar. Quite a deep centre of rotation. 85 degrees works pretty well, as well as your turn radius to have that accurate to what the machine can actually do is also helpful. And then once it's on, we've got this icon here. So that's where we select our turn and how many skip passes we're doing. Let's jump on here. At the end of the pass, that's the turn we're going to be doing. We can adjust our turn size and preview it and see how our sensitivity change has affected where our turn will ultimately end up in relation to the boundary, as well as our start turn distance as well. So once that's sorted, it's a matter of just sitting in, waiting for the turn, and then dialing her in from there. Righto, get to one end, we are approaching our turn. So you can see our turn there. Our turn automation button is going blue as the turn is in process. We'll reach our headland when I lift the bar. Got it there. Lift her up. It'll start doing the turn. We'll whiz around this way. It is going to turn on a dime, just as if we do it by hand. Still completing our turn. Drop the bar in the ground because we have equipment control turned off. Bar is about to record. And she's all back in the ground. Ripper.